frustrating about that is they're ignoring the very things that could actually lead to famine, right? The redirection of humanitarian aid, the continued fighting by the armed rebels, which makes it difficult to get humanitarian aid in. And I think one of the most detrimental things to the people of Tigray is the fact that aid was redirected to war, and now the Ethiopian government is being stricter about letting aid in. And, I mean, can you blame them, right? If it means that all these trucks are going in and then they're being used to kill fellow Ethiopians and Tigrayan Ethiopians as well that are being pushed into war, then it becomes problematic. The AP's Anna Kara had a report about famine in Tigray about a month ago, and she used a photo of a starving kid that was from a, quote, anonymous source. I found that really disturbing from a journalism perspective because she was saying that that kid was at Eider Hospital, which is in the Tigray region, and she was clearly talking to officials there. But somehow she wasn't able to get a photo that was sourced from that hospital. My speculation is because I have worked with Tigrayan activists in the first several months of this war, assuming that their cause was humanitarian in nature, and because I had family in that region and was concerned, I know that some of the ways that information gets to places like the AP is through activists, through pro-TPLF activists, as well as TPLF officials. That's true for the AP, and that seems to be true for CNN's Nima El-Bagir, who works directly with TPLF officials, and her sources seem strictly TPLF officials, which is why the reporting has been so biased. There has been no reports on CNN or on New York Times or on the AP about the months of invasion by Tigray forces into the Amhara and Afar regions, where nearly 10,000 people died. If you take what the Tigray forces and the Ethiopian government's numbers at face value, 10,000 people have died in that couple of months period. So these are the kind of things that are ignored, and the people who are suffering are the people on the ground, and that's true for everywhere in Ethiopia, including in Tigray, where I don't think the majority of people really have a voice to be able to say, we actually want peace. We do not want to continue to fight this war, because to what end?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even it's been interesting kind of reading about the situation in Sudan and the migrant flows, because, again, nobody's really being able to communicate much except the TPLF from Tigray. And so what they're saying is that, oh, it's people choosing to leave, they're leaving voluntarily. But other reports that I've gotten from people in the country are saying it's actually some TPLF soldiers and young soldiers that are leaving within these migrant flows to Sudan. So again, the international community, tearjerker, oh, migrant flows, which we should care about, humanitarian crisis, and kind of the weaponization of these phrases like famine going on. But again, it doesn't necessarily paint a clear picture of who exactly is choosing